Well, I would say that they're one and the same, right? Because what happens is an advertiser runs an ad on Facebook, then they see whether somebody purchased, and they can determine whether they're effective that way and optimize based off of that. So when they can't measure, they can't optimize effectively, the ads work less good. And so Facebook is going to move from what it calls a deterministic model to a more probabilistic model. What that means in layman's speak is basically saying we're going to move from what we know to what we think based off of some sophisticated models. Can that work? Maybe, but it's certainly not going to work as well as it worked in the past when Facebook knew for sure when the ads were working and when they weren't. And this is a major challenge for the company.
Yeah, Alex, you say in your newsletter that you believe that this Apple iOS change could have irreparable impact on Facebook. But the way I see it, Facebook has two things working in its favor. Massive reach, number one, and two, the fact that it has some time to try to figure out a solution to this. Do you think that advertisers are really going to flee and not come back?
Okay, so here's why I think it could cause irreparable damage. The reason is that this is a wake-up call for a lot of particularly performance advertisers, the people who want you to buy right after you click, because they've been so reliant on Facebook because Facebook performs so well. And so they haven't really diversified their channels. What this is showing them now, it's working a little bit less good. And what this is showing them is like, maybe we need to be in Snapchat, maybe we need to be in TikTok, maybe we even need to be in email. That's what I've heard today or this week. And so, is this going to destroy Facebook's advertising business? Hardly. I think they're a $30 billion, they are a $30 billion a quarter business. That's bringing in a ton of ad revenue, but it can hamper them and it can send advertisers elsewhere. On the bright side, I think it might actually improve advertising. What I heard in my conversations with advertisers this week is, instead of optimizing based off of data, they're optimizing based off of creative. So, they're putting a bunch of different ads in and the system is optimizing and seeing, what's the ad that actually resonates with people the most versus, based off of the way it looks instead of based off of who they are. And I think that's a really positive sign for the advertising industry if that's what happens.